we have your biology lesson. So the biology things only we are going to speak, or we are going to talk about it. Can you guys tell me whatever we have seen during our last class? Can you tell me what we have seen during our last class? I want everyone to type it, whatever we have seen during our last class. Any ideas? Herbivore and carnivore, very good. Yes, okay. Apiculture, okay. Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores, that's the right answers. So, what are these herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores? Can you guys yes, scavenger, good. We were talking about scavenger also. All right, very good. Other than that, yes, parasites, good. Parasites, okay. Decomposes, very good, Shinaji. Okay, now, so what is called as herbivores? What exactly the herbivore is? Can you elaborate what is called as herbivores? Plant eating, very good. So plant eating things, you call it as herbivores. Plant eating animals, you call it as herbivores. And some example for plant eating animals? Any examples of plant eating animals? Good, cow, goat. Okay. Carnivore, elaborate carnivores. Can you elaborate carnivore? Carnivore. Lion, flesh eating, flesh eater, very good. So that's the right thing. So example for thing you call lion, tiger, and all those wild animals comes under carnivores. And omnivores, what is called as omnivore? Both eating. Yes, both the yes, very good. Bear, dogs. All right. So both the plant eating and animals, you call it as omnivore. So one major example is crow. Okay, so snake, I'm asking snake, the snake, right? Snake, which is, it comes under which one? Either carnivore or omnivore or herbivore. Which one snakes comes? I already told you during our last class. So snake, very good. Good. So it's actually carnivores. All right. Okay. So that's what we were talking about. And also we were seeing about decomposers, scavengers, and parasites. I want you to give some examples for decomposers. So decomposers is nothing but they eat the dead and decayed organism. You call it as decomposers. So any example for decomposers? Fungi. Very good. Very good, Srinidhi. So fungi, well, okay, vulture also comes, but vulture has some other examples. Okay, so fungi is one major, and earthworm. All right, so that comes under decomposes. Okay, and scavengers. Scavenger is nothing but they some carnivore, also the omnivores. You call it as they eat on dead animals. Okay, so dead animals, yes, one example is vulture, eagles, lots of things are present. And the last thing is parasites. So parasites is nothing but they depend on totally on the host organism for food and shelter. So that's what parasite is all about. So mosquito is one major example. So lice is one major example. Very good. Tapeworm is also another major example. Okay, so this is what we have been talking during our last class. So you have only one more topic regarding your unit 1. Okay, so we'll just see about that. I'll just screen share the picture and then we can just talk about. So before going into the topic, so today's topic will be today's topic, it will be food chain. What do you know about food chain? Any ideas regarding the food chain? What exactly is food chain? What is called as food chain? Okay, food chain. Just a minute. Okay. Plant, cow, lion. Yes. Who eat whom? Okay. That's also a right answer. Sequence. Okay. Showing. Okay. Showing. Okay. Sequence of chain. So sequence. Whatever you have told me, it's everything is right. But one major thing is like sequence only plays a vital role. Okay. So sequence of eating animals and fleshes or whatever it may be, animals eating one another, from it starts from plants and it goes on till animals, so that is called as food chain. So what happens in food chain? So first is like, I'll just give you an example. So first thing is green plants. Okay, so green plants will be one major example.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ida, ma'am.
Yes, yes ma'am.
Screen share agala, ma'am.
Oh, just a second ma'am, we'll just see again. Is the whiteboard, can you see the whiteboard now? Can you see the whiteboard now, ma'am? Yes, okay. Thank you,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. So green plants. So green plants will be eating. So first from the green plants only, everything will be starting. Okay. So from the green plants, you have grasshopper. We'll take an example is grasshopper. So green plants will be eaten by the grasshoppers, and followed by green plants, you have grasshopper followed by frogs. So frogs eats the grasshoppers. Okay. So frog, maybe they eat the grasshopper, and from the frog will also be eaten. So which eats the frog is snake eats the frogs. Okay, so snakes, they eat the frogs, and snakes will be also be eaten by some kind of substance called some parrot, some birds called eagle. Okay, eagle. So this is what the food chain is all about. So one eats one another for their food process. Okay, so maybe the green plants, which is called as producers, they will be eating, will be eaten by the grasshoppers, followed by the grasshoppers will be eaten by the frog, and followed by the frogs will be eaten by the snakes. Again, the snakes will be eaten by the eagle. Okay, so what happens to the eagle when this eagle dies? Okay, what happens is like this eagle will become dead and the decayed organism. Okay, so they'll be dead and decayed organism. So maybe the scavengers may eat that, or the probably it decomposes. Okay, so bacteria, probably the soil, they contain the bacteria, right? So they will be decomposing this eagle, which becomes the dead eagle. So after that, again it becomes a fertilizer. So this eagle, when it is dead, what happens is it's like it just gets broken down, and it becomes fertilizer for the soil. Okay, so for the plants it becomes as fertilizers, and from the fertilizer, again green plants take the fertilizers for its growth, and again the chain gets continues. Okay, so it will totally gets continued from one another. So this is what all about the food chain. So one will be eaten by one another. Okay, so you call them as food chain. Yes, for survival, especially for survival. Very good. Okay, so that is called as the good. So that is called as food chain. So is it clear what exactly the food chain is? So such animal food chain is a sequence showing who eats whom in a natural environment. So it's actually, this environment is actually a natural thing, right? So natural environment. So in this natural environment, the sequence of eating, whom eats whom. Okay, so that's called as food chain. So this is what the food chain is all about. Is it clear? Is it clear, right? Okay, I'll just show you the pictures now, so that you can easily tell about the picture. So this is what the food chain is all about. See, the producer, first the thing is like the producer comes. So producer plays a vital role. They prepare all the photosynthesis and everything. So producers will be eaten by the primary composer, which consumer, which is called as grasshopper, and after that it goes to the frog. From frog it goes to the snake. Again from snake it goes to the hawk or eagle. Again it will be decomposed. Okay, so maybe the fungi and the bacteria which was present will be done. Again the food chain or the food saga continues. So this is what it is all about, food chain. So they'll be eating from one another. Okay, so you call them as food chain. So this is just a simple major example. Now we'll just go to some two kinds of food chains are there. Okay, so aquatic, okay, so one which is done by the aquatic animals or aquatic plants. Okay, and the next thing probably terrestrial, that is us. Okay, so probably we will be doing some kinds, we will be having some kinds of some kinds of food chain. So that's what it is. So the second example is green plants, deer and lion. Okay, so green plants, deer and lion, what is this food chain is all about? So they are linked with the terrestrial animals. Okay, so terrestrial animals, since they are not in the aquatic region, you call it as the terrestrial animals, and that comes the food chain. So green plants, again, it is consumed by the deer, and the deer will be consumed by the lion. Okay, so this is one of the other example of food chain. Okay, so this is one of the major example of food chain. Again, here photosynthesis process will be done. So deer, it will be composed or it will be eaten by the deer, which is a primary consumer, and it goes to the lion, which can become a secondary consumer. So this is one of the major examples. So second major example of terrestrial or grassland food chain. Okay, so this is what the second food chain is all about. So firstly, we were talking about the grassland. So from the green plants, it goes to the grasshopper. From grasshopper, it goes to the frog. From frog, it goes to the snake, and from snake, it goes to the hawk or the eagle. Second one is like from plants. Again, from plants, it goes to the deer, and from the deer, it goes to the lion. So this is called as terrestrial terrestrial food chain. Okay, so this is the second food chain. And now moving on to the aquatic food chain, we'll just see about aquatic food chain. Yes, small fish, large fish, that is right. So thirdly, the aquatic food chain in probably the pond ecosystem, or whatever it may be, maybe in the aquatic age, also maybe in big seas or in lakes, everything happens in this type only. So phytoplanktons. Okay, before talking about the phytoplankton, what exactly the phytoplankton is? Like small plants which is getting survived on the plants, like in a very minute manner. It will be very small. Okay, so from that, it will be eaten by the zooplankton. Zooplanktons are green plants. You can consider it as a green plants. So from that, zooplankton is like small animals which will be in a very minute substance. Okay, you cannot see them in a very naked eye, so that will be eaten. Okay, so phytoplanktons will be eaten by the zooplankton. So zooplankton again goes to the small fish. So small fishes, right? We see this golden fish and all, how much it will be very small. So likewise, some small fishes will be there, and it will be eaten by the large fish like shark or something like that. Okay, so put this in a very simple manner, what is like no, it's not a lobster. It's not a lobster. Lobster is actually, it's not a zooplankton. Okay, so it looks like a lobster, but that will not be a lobster. Zooplanktons are totally different from lobster. Okay. When you talk about the zooplanktons, it will be smaller the size of the smaller than the small fish. Small fish itself, it will be like minute, this to this size. Okay, this will be the thing. But zooplanktons it's very minute. You can only observe it in the microscope. Okay, not shrimp also. Zooplankton will be very, very small. It will be very smaller than that of this shrimp and lobsters. Okay, the picture that is being shown, it will be observed in the microscope, so you cannot consider it as a lobster or a fish, I mean shrimp. Okay, so this is what it is all about. So this comes under the food chain. Okay, so food chain, this exactly the thing is food chain. So first food chain we were talking about yes, of course, it's second step for the, yes, it will be very small. So zooplankton. So see, you have aquatic plants, right? So aquatic plants in the ecosystem or in the pond, you will be having that is, you cannot able to identify in your eyes. Okay, so that you call it as phytoplanktons and zooplankton. So phytoplanktons, you consider it as a small plants which is present on the plant, on the aquatic or in a pond ecosystem. So that small minute particles will be considered consumed by the zooplanktons, which is also an organism. It is not a plant thing. It is also coming under organism, that is the animal things only, but it will be very minute in nature. So you cannot see it in your naked eyes probably. So that will be consumed. Okay, so that can be consumed by the small fish, and again from the small fishes go to the large fish, big fish or the large fish. So zooplanktons, I'll show you the picture. Maybe on the next class, I'll try to show you the pictures of some zooplanktons. So you'll be getting a clear idea of what exactly the zooplankton is all about. Okay. All right. So this is what the food chain is. So today we saw about 3 major food chains. So one, it starts from the green plant. All the 3 starts with the green plants. But can you elaborate what and all we saw? First food chain. What was the first food chain we saw? First food chain. What's that? Starts from the green plants and it goes. Okay, from plants where it goes. I want you to tell the food chain fully, full of the food chain. Terrestrial and aquatic, that's good. But I'm asking about the food chain. What are the food chains we talked? Yes, of course, that's what it is. They can be lived in corals. Okay, in coral areas, you can find, right, that green colored substance, sometimes colored substance you can find in coral reefs and all. So that you call it as phytoplanktons and zooplanktons. Very good, Advika. That's the exact thing. Yes, of course, it will be very small. Lobster will be very small, but I don't think that comes under a zooplankton. Okay. Yes, okay. Green plants, grasshoppers, frog, snake, and eagle. Very good. That was the first thing which we talked. Can you go to the second one? Second example. Maybe to get you a clear picture of zooplanktons, I can tell you the fish fries. Have you heard of fish fries? Fish fries, okay, the small, very minute particles. Actually that fish fries becomes a fish, very big fish or very small. The small fish, they'll be having small fries. Okay, you call them as fries. They'll be, and also the tadpole. Okay, tadpole is nothing but the small structure of the frog. Okay, so that will be in a very minute thing. So you can call them as zooplanktons. I don't know about rockfish. I've never heard of it. Yes, plant, deer, and lion. Good. And lastly, what about the aquatic thing? Aquatic animal, aquatic food chain. Aquatic food chain. Okay, aquatic is, I'm still waiting for your answers. If not, then I'll just tell you the answer. Yes, good. Green plant, small fish, large fish, or phytoplankton, zooplanktons, small fish and large fish. Very good. Okay, Marlin is right. All right. Fine. So we'll just move on to the next one. So I think your lessons are getting over with this. Okay, unit 1 gets over with this topic. So your last topic will be food chain. Now I want you to answer some kinds of questions which is given in your book. Okay, if you are telling it whether it is true or false. If it is true, write it as T, and if it is false, write it as F. Okay, so that will be your thing. So first question, animals are called as producers, whether it is true or false. Animals are called as producers. Yes, very good. No, they are not true. They are not true. They are not true. Yes, very good. So those who have told false, they are very good. So animals are not as, you don't call them as producers. So what you will be calling the animals? Instead of producers, you call them as what? Instead of producers, what you'll call the, yes, very good, Merlin. So you call them as consumers. And the second question is, eagles have sharp teeth to tear the flesh. So eagles have sharp teeth to tear the flesh. Of course they do. Very good. So of course they do. Very good. Very good. And third one, scavengers clean your surrounding. Okay. So scavengers clean your surroundings. If it is true or false. Okay. No, it's not false, Ritula. It's true. Good. So they do clean your surroundings. Okay. So they are supposed to clean your surroundings. So you cannot find, when you find all wherever dead body, what happens? It starts to get smell and all those things. But thank God for the scavengers who is coming and eating everything. Okay. So that's actually a true. Honeybee is a parasite. Honeybee, it's a parasite. It's either it's true or false. Honeybee, it's a parasite. Yes. Okay, Sri Kurali. Okay, so it's again true. No, Jivisha, it's not false. It's true. Okay, so it is a true thing. Animal, honeybee. Wait a second. Honeybee, it's not a parasite. They'll not be coming under parasite. Okay, so some of the examples, they are bugs. Okay, so all right, they do, when you harm this honeybees, okay, so then only you will be hunted. Okay, they'll not be taking anything from, yes, I'm sorry, Jivisha is only right. Okay, others, those are told true, you're not right. Honeybee is not a parasite, so they take the whatever the things. Okay, so they take it from the flower. Okay, so that's not true. Good. Plants and animals are interdependent. Plants and animals are interdependent. Okay. Of course, they are dependent. So those who are telling false is not right. So they are true. Why plants and animals are interdependent? Plants, they get the photosynthesis and they prepare their own food and it will be passed on to all the animals. Of course, they are doing. After the animals die, they become the fertilizers and that particular fertilizer is taken from that will be taken by the plants. Okay, so it is actually true. So that's why you call plants and animals are interdependent. Okay. So everything is right. So all of your checkpoints. So animals are called as producers. It's a false. Eagles have sharp teeth to tear the flesh. It's true. Scavengers clean our surrounding. It's again true. Honeybee, it's a parasite. It's a false. And plants and animals are interdependent. It is a true. So are you guys clear with all the 5 checkpoints? Are you clear with the checkpoints? Okay. So we'll just revise your activities, which is also being given in your book. So your first activity we'll just share. So this will be your first activity, which is given in the book. So to find out the different varieties of food and food habits of people. So what you require is a pen and a paper. So procedure is talk to your friends, find out what each one of them eats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Record your findings in the table below. Okay, so you are supposed to talk with your friends and maybe you can do this activity if you are interested and keep it with you. All right, so you are supposed to ask your friends, call any 3 of your friends if you have their numbers, ask them about their breakfast, ask them about your lunch, and ask them about your dinner. And the conclusion is what you find. Okay, what you find, only some of the food items that your friends have eaten will be similar. So some may eat dosa, some may eat chapati, or some may eat, and it will be different from one another. So that's why it's actually, you call them as a data collection. Whatever the data you're taking it, you're supposed to write it. So this will be your first activity. But now what I want you to do is, I'll be showing you 4 activities and I want you to select first thing. I'll be giving you one activity and I want you to select any other activity for your thing. Okay, so some other activity, maybe you can just select of your wish. Okay, second activity, I'll just post it. So this will become your second activity, activity number 2. So to find out exact plant part which gives the ingredients to prepare various dishes. Okay, again it's a pen and paper thing only. So take a name of various dishes that are prepared from plant products. Ask your elders and list the ingredients. So when you're doing a potato curry, what are the requirements, what are the ingredients they have given? Okay, so where it is coming. So where the potato is from stem, tomato, it's fruits, and green chilies. Okay, so green chilies, again, it's a vegetable. Tomato is a vegetable. So oil, where you're getting, it's actually you're getting it, it's actually a seed. So something like that you're supposed to write, you are supposed to identify and write. So this becomes your second activity. So different parts of plants provide different ingredients. So that's what this activity is about. So this is the second activity. And the third one is the gram preparation, what the gram which I have told you to do, right? So some Atvika, I think Atvika has done that. So take grams and soak it in the water and do it accordingly. So that becomes your third activity, and that's a compulsory one. So I want you to do that activity, and maybe at the end of next week, I think you can post it in the Google Classrooms. Okay, you'll be given a Google form, and I want you to complete that and post it in the Google Classroom. Okay, so now what I want you to do is select anyone from the first and the second activity. You can select anyone from the first and the second activity. Either the first one you ask your friends, or second one is preparing the ingredients which is necessary for the food requirements. Anyone. So major will be winning. So second one or first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'll just give both the activities. It is up to your wish. So which one you wanted to do, you can just do, and you can just post it in the classroom. Okay. So these two activities should be done, so that you'll be getting the deadline is like next week at Friday. I'm giving you the deadline is to next week's Friday. Okay, at the starting of July, maybe on July 1st, you are supposed to, before July 1st, or maybe till July 3rd, I'll give you the grace time. You are supposed to fill the activity and submit it. Okay. Any doubts regarding it? Regarding the activity, you guys having any doubts? So first one, your first activity number 1 is any first activity or second activity, you can do it and you can post it. And another activity which I am giving is to sprout green grams. Take the green grams and soak it in the water, and again take the green gram, soak it in a wet cloth, and that it has to get the tail, that white color active tail has to be done. And if you find, take a picture of it and post it. Okay, no need to take video and all, just write it. Everything is a pen and a paper. Second activity, what are the ingredients you are preparing? So if it is a sambar, when your mom is keeping sambar, what are the requirements for the sambar, preparation of sambar, and write it as if it is a drumstick, where you're getting the drumstick, what it's a vegetable, right? So where you're getting the drumstick, you are supposed to write that. So mango, where you're getting the mango. So that's what it is all about. No taking video and all. Okay, so that becomes the first activity. Either one, whether you call your friend and ask about the breakfast, lunch, and write it. And the second one is the activity ingredients. Okay, so you can do either of the one. So 1 and 2, any one you can do. And your compulsory activity is the green grams has to be done, prepared, and it has to be done, and take the picture and post it in the Google Classroom. Fine, these two will be done. So next week I'm giving you the time. Okay, so maybe on July 3rd, before July 3rd, I want you to all submit it. You will be getting marks for that. Okay, of course. Okay, any more doubts you have? Yes, you are supposed to write it. Write the things it is made. Okay. Okay then. If you're clear with the activities, then we'll wind up the classes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.